Rahu, the most enigmatic planet, the most Mayavi illusion, could be most challenging planet in the chart. Very difficult to understand the energy of Rahu. So it's very important we do remedies to try and receive the blessings and the positive energy of Rahu, the lessons it's trying to teach us, so that we're on the same page, so we can learn the lesson and then move on. So we'll discuss some very powerful remedies for each of the 12 houses. Whether it's placed in your first house, second house, you'll see specific things you can do to enhance the blessings of Rahu in your life. And before we begin, I just wanted to highlight we have a course which is you can call it beginner's course, but this is designed for you to understand who you are, your purpose, your strengths, your weaknesses through astrology. Of course, you learn all of these concepts of astrology, but this is designed specifically for busy professionals who are trying to find meaning in life. What is there more than just doing this, your career, your job? So this is to go deeper, find your purpose, find meaning in your life. And join that. We're going to start live course in April, but also there is instant download if you want to just get the recordings. You can check on the website, VedicAstrology.com. So first, Rahu in the first house. In fact, Rahu actually can give us huge, blessings. It can make us a king. Lots of positive things with Rahu as well. Now, first house Rahu, how to deal with that? First house Rahu actually will give you a lot of vata, this change, movement, a lot of air energy, unsettled energy. So you'll be looking for external things. So the best remedies are, one is always embrace new experiences. Try to explore new things, new areas of life, new places, new foods, new careers, everything new. So the variety and change, that's what satisfies Rahu. So Rahu in the first house will always, it'll make you on the go. Second thing is you'll be sort of infatuated with foreign people, foreign cultures. You want to live abroad, you want to move abroad, but you have to be careful that don't trust foreign people or outside people or people who are different from your own culture. Don't trust them blindly. It's like love at first sight with something different, with something exotic. So that's very big caution for Rahu in the first house. Then never wear old clothes. Rahu in the first house can give you this tendency, but if you wear old clothes and stuff, they'll not be good for the energy of Rahu. So wear clean and if possible, new, washed clothes all the time, and also take care of your personal hygiene. Keep your surroundings clean, keep yourself clean, shower daily. And so cleanliness and hygiene and clothes and all of that is very important. That's a very powerful remedy when you have Rahu in the first house. Now, first house is yourself, right? So that is you, your personality. So biggest recommendation is avoid any unethical behavior or activities. Be true to yourself. First house is self. So Rahu is illusion, Maya. So the best remedy is be truthful to yourself. Then stay grounded. Good remedies for Rahu in the first house: do Shirodhara, oil massage, Abhyanga, walk on the ocean bare feet, uh, walk on earth, and also go inwards. See, Rahu will take you around the world. If Rahu is in the first house, it'll make you go to, visit countries or searching. But at the end of the day, it brings you back home that all this was not worth it. So Rahu in the first house, biggest thing is go inwards. Be satisfied with who you are, with what you have at this moment, and don't be searching all the time. And then you are a very unconventional person. The Rahu in the first house, push the envelope, be unconventional, be different, be like a maverick, which is fine. Also think big. Rahu is exaggeration. Rahu is, it blows up everything. So in the first house means the whole life, it wants bigger things. So that's fine. So aim big. And key advice is do not have negative thoughts about yourself. First house is self, and Rahu is Maya, so it'll make you doubt yourself. This negative discussion, negative thought process all the time, and then Rahu may also make you fearful. like fear of the unknown all the time. So Rahu in the first house sitting on your head. So let go of fear. That's very, very important. Powerful remedy. So these are some of really a lot of things you can do to enhance the blessings of Rahu in the first house. Then we have Rahu in the second house. Rahu in the second house can give you massive amounts of wealth. First of all, big recommendation is always speak truth. Never tell lies. Never participate in gossiping or talking behind the back. Always speak the truth. Very important. No harsh words in Rahu in the second may have this tendency. People may have harsh language, calling names, very crude kind of way of speaking or talking to other people. So avoid any harsh words or any derogatory language. And then in terms of wealth, second house is our accumulated wealth. Never use any unethical means for investments, for making money, basically. Be very honest in your dealings with finance and money. Then, second house is the food. So never eat stale food. Do not eat junk food. Rahu in the second house may actually literally give you this habit, lots of junk food or fried food or stale or old food. You may put things in the fridge for like 5 days and then you want to warm and eat that for the next 3 days. So those kinds of tendency, try avoid eating any old food. So try to eat fresh, healthy meals. Then Rahu in the second house can also possibly, if there is other afflictions, it can give you addiction. So stay away from alcohol or drugs, or also, if possible, stay away from eating non-vegetarian or meat. That's a very important for Rahu in the second house. The second house is our speech also, and so you can literally chanting of Durga mantras, Durga Saptashati or Durga shlokas is going to be very powerful for you. Probably the best remedy, most powerful remedy for Rahu in the second house. And then your connection with wealth. You need to develop this positive, attitude, this sense of abundance, not scarcity. So always in your mind, feel and think and say that you're wealthy. You have Lakshmi, a lot of resources. These affirmations are very important. If you have negative approach towards wealth, then Rahu in the second house can cause a lot of troubles. So never say that, I don't have this, I'm not good enough in terms of money and wealth. Always have positive affirmations. And those will be very good for Rahu in the second house. Rahu in the third house. It's actually one of the Upachaya houses. Third house is it's a strong position for Rahu to be in. Rahu loves being in the third house. So some of the recommendations, remedies to enhance the energies, the blessings of Rahu when placed in the third house. One is very powerful. One is pranayam. Especially alternate nostril breathing or any form of this yogic breathing. That's going to be very powerful. Then learn unconventional skills. Be very, very innovative. Just learn some new things that nobody in your family or nobody or you haven't done ever in the past. So pick something new, something exotic, something interesting. Then Rahu in the third house, meet new people. Could be within the city, like short distance travels. Just go out and meet people. You'll do great. You'll have lots of positive interactions. Because Rahu is Vata, it's the air element. It wants to reach out to people, touch people, So it's got a very like tactical, this tactile kind of energy. So meeting people in person is going to be very good for you. And then Rahu in the third house gives you a lot of courage. So be very courageous. If you still feel you're not bold enough or weak, then you're not making use of the energy or the strength of Rahu in the third house. Rahu in the third house will make you very courageous. It has the potential to make you very courageous in dealing with your day-to-day challenges and obstacles. So never give up. Third house Rahu will give you all the strength to be successful. So if you're faced with lots of obstacles in your daily life, don't give up. Don't be discouraged. You're a fighter. But at the same time, be gentle with yourself. Rahu in the third house, you may have tendency to take up too much, be more aggressive with people. So, even dealing with enemies or challenges or obstacles, don't use foul language. Don't be upset, angry. Don't use harsh words for others, even your enemies, right? So So be gentle with yourself, be gentle with other people. Then Rahu, you'll have a lot of blessings of Rahu. Then we have Rahu in the fourth house. So if you have Rahu placed in the fourth house, first of all, the first thing you should do is throw away any old electronics, any things that don't work, like old gadgets or wires, this bunch of wires we keep in the garage or something. So clean out any old electronic stuff. And also things, appliances that are not working anymore. If you haven't used them for a year, you will never use them probably. So get rid of all junk, this metal and especially electronics. Um, and then in your home, you'll have this unconventional kind of decor. This interior decoration could be very unconventional or bold, uh, something different. It'll be a different vibe in your home. And then also keep your home very tidy. Fourth house is a place of residence, and Rahu there, you don't want to, because if you are, not keeping your surroundings clean or your home is not tidy, then that'll give rise to like negative influence or energies of Rahu. Okay. Then Rahu in the fourth house is perfect. You should focus on real estate, especially like old properties, dilapidated or just worn down properties, and then renovation and making them good again. So that's the energy of Rahu in the fourth. Of course, this is not financial advice at all, but these are just indications of your strengths. Uh, and same thing. So now, if you, let's say, if you're buying a home as an investment property or for renting out, or for yourself also, let's say any real estate deals in general, do not fall in love at the first sight with the house. That could be tendency because Rahu is infatuation. Rahu is like Maya. It'll create this spell. Oh, I need to buy this house. I need to move in here. So that like instant love at first sight. So be careful, use caution, use your discernment, and make an informed decision, not just instantly fall in love. Okay. And then also, you will have big houses and your big vehicles. Everything is big about Rahu. Then fourth house is our mother. So be very respectful and ethical and moral, and just genuinely help your mother. Spend time with her. Then fourth house is our inner happiness. So be truthful to yourself. Because Rahu may actually cause a lot of challenges, like this Maya. That's what happened to Buddha when he was on the last phase of getting enlightenment. That this demon Mara, he caused a lot of illusion. So Rahu may cause obstacles in your path to inner happiness. That's Rahu in the fourth house. So be truthful to yourself. Stand your ground. And then fourth house, Rahu, you should chant Durga mantras in your place of residence in your home. So basically, play lots of Durga mantras in your home. So that's a very another powerful remedy for Rahu. Then we have Rahu in the fifth house. Fifth house is our romantic relationships, our children, creativity, speculative gains. First of all, never fall in love at first sight. You may regret, because Rahu is infatuation. Rahu is like, oh, I got to have a relationship with this person. I got to, uh, uh, talk to them, or this is it. This is my life partner. So those kinds of illusion, this obsessive behavior also could be there. So take your time, look at all the pros and cons, and go deeper. Don't be blown away by the external representation, or just the external beauty of a person when you're looking for a romantic relationship. Um, Secondly, if you're looking for a romantic relationship, the remedy would be, or the recommendation would be, look for like foreign people in faraway lands or foreign culture, because that's the type of people that you will attract or you'll be attracted towards. Third thing, in try not to do any gambling, or you can actually make huge, you'll have a lot of success in speculative gains or stock market and stuff, if you go beyond the illusion, the Maya of Rahu. Now, again, this is not financial advice by any means, but we're just talking about the energy, the strength. And so So be careful not to like do, oh, I got to buy this stock. I have to invest like, all of my money in this. This is going to go 100 times, 1,000 times. Those kinds of illusion could be there. You'll be chasing that kind of mirage. That's Rahu. Then with your children, fifth house is children. Do like unconventional things, exotic things, or new things, new experiences. Visit a lot of places. Go to a lot of foreign trips with your children or with your romantic partner also. But biggest thing is no deceit. Like no, don't be very truthful and honest with your children and also in your romantic partner. So don't, cheat on your partner, on your romantic partner. That's the biggest message, Rahu in the fifth house. But you can do like exotic things or new experiences, new unconventional things with your partner, and you can push them also. They'll push you. You can push them to reach higher. To for more success in life. But there should be a lot of variety. So key recommendation here is a lot of change and variety. Uh, but if your life is monotonous, then that may get boring for your romantic partner or for your children also. So, and then fifth house is your intellect. You'll have a very unconventional way of solving problems. You'll be very intelligent. You'll literally be pulling things, ideas out of thin air. So be unconventional when it comes to intelligence or problem solving. So think outside the box. So that's all the fifth house matters. Then we have Rahu in the sixth house. If you have Rahu in the sixth house, that's actually one of the Upachaya houses again. So this will be very powerful for you. Rahu loves being in the sixth house because that is one of the houses of challenges and troubles. And so Rahu loves facing challenges. So first is help people in unconventional ways, maybe in different ways that society doesn't think about. Um, or you help unconventional people, marginalized people, or who are shunned by the society, or uh, basically people who are different, who don't fit in, or mavericks, or just different people coming from different backgrounds, or even foreigners for you. Helping, doing volunteer service for any foreign people, or going to a foreign country for volunteering, things like this. So those will be ideal remedies for you with Rahu in the sixth house. Then sixth house is the job that we do. So being very innovative, thinking outside of the box in your job, in your profession. Think big. Rahu makes everything big. So you have to have big plans for your job, reach the top level. Rahu in the sixth house will make you CEO in a company. It'll push your envelope. It'll make you go higher and higher, but also very highest level of innovation and latest technology, or uh, thinking outside the box. So all of that will give you a lot of success. Rahu in the sixth house will make you a fighter. You'll be very forceful with the enemy. So never accept defeat. You can never be defeated, Rahu in the sixth house. But as long as you're playing honest and no deceit, if you're unethical, not being honest, even with your enemies, then that'll backfire. Okay, so be honest in your dealings, but be forceful. You are a force. And then you may also have unconventional daily routine. Dinacharya is sixth house. So just that's okay if you shift around things in your daily routine, or new things, new experiences. That's perfectly fine. Now sixth house is also the house for loans and debts and all. So try not to take too much of debt, too much of loans if you cannot pay them back. Because Rahu is illusion, Maya, Rahu is exaggeration, everything is big, big, big. So you may end up taking big loans or big debts with Rahu in the sixth house. Be very cautious about that. And sixth house is acute disease. So Rahu there means you want to deal with your health challenges in a very unconventional manner, not just stick with the traditional ways or just what the society is doing. Be innovative, be creative in dealing with your own health challenges or health issues. So that's Rahu in the sixth house. Then we have Rahu in the seventh house. That's all about partners and partnerships and one-on-one interactions. Other people is Rahu. So in your relationship, in your partnership with your spouse or with your business partner, stay innovative. Innovate your relationship, discover new things together. Do unconventional things together. Variety is the key because otherwise, Rahu wants new experiences, new changes. So go out on a date, every to a different place every week. Experience something new, learn something new together. Do lots of foreign trips, foreign travel, long distance travel will be the perfect remedy for Rahu in the seventh house. But also have big plans, make big, 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 giant plans together as a couple or as a partner, as a business partner also. But be very honest, be very ethical in your relationship. Otherwise, there'll be huge troubles or even scandals. There's a possibility of scandals. Rahu in the seventh house, if you're not honest, if you're not truthful in your relationship or with your partner. Then you can also, you and partner actually, both you can chant, say Durga mantras together. If not possible, then just yourself, you can chant Durga mantras for blessings in your relationships. Or as a partner, you can also go to the ocean, spend time, as much time at the ocean as possible if you have with your partner, if you have Rahu in the seventh house. So those are some of the recommendations for Rahu in the seventh house. Then we have Rahu in the eighth house. See, eighth house is hidden things. Eighth house is like, fear of the unknown. So Rahu in the eighth house can make you fearless when it comes to dealing with deep spirituality. It will give you, you will have access to spirituality in a very unconventional manner. Your path to spirituality in life will be very unconventional, but you have the power to learn deep secrets, such as tantric wisdom, the things that are not visible or available to most common people on the surface. Okay, so go deep, explore the unconventional and the deep esoteric wisdom. Who am I? And you'll be fearless. Rahu in the eighth house makes you fearless in this quest for spiritual enlightenment. Chant Durga mantras, especially, but silently, like a mon chanting, like silently chant mantras, or just listen to those. And then Rahu in the eighth house, uh, have no secrets, in the sense, don't hide things. Be very ethical. Just share everything, don't do any like hidden stuff, shady things. Otherwise, there could be huge scandals. Rahu in the eighth house, also a lot of scandals in general, not just relationship, but overall in life. And then it's big for finance. Rahu is big, and eighth house is money that you manage for other people or inheritance. Uh, so you have the capability to deal with big money, literally. Big investment bankers or wealth managers. This is a perfect placement for that. Then Rahu in the eighth house actually is really excellent for research. You should do deep dive into research. That's literally like in your profession. You can do lots of research. And then eighth house is chronic diseases. So you want to use unconventional methods for healing yourself of any long-term illness or disease or chronic diseases. Even like get like a foreign kind of a treatment, foreign modality. So if you're born in the US, maybe Ayurveda, which is foreign, natural way of healing from India. So those kinds of things. So always go with something unconventional, something that's different from your upbringing in terms of healing from any chronic diseases or any challenges, health challenges. So that's Rahu in the eighth house. Rahu in the ninth house, unconventional spirituality. You may actually change your faith from what you were brought into. But biggest caution, Rahu in the ninth house, beware of these fake babas, these, people who are just dishonest and trying to trick people. And also, you yourself be very ethical when dealing with gurus, dealing with your spiritual path, dealing with, uh, if you are a guru yourself or teacher, be very ethical. And then, ninth house Rahu is good. You should do lots of higher studies, even higher wisdom. But you have to try a lot of different paths when it comes to higher wisdom, when it comes to spiritual path. You may have to try many different things, but you'll be good if you follow something that is foreign, that is different from your own upbringing, from your own culture. And so in here, your dharma, your spiritual path will be tested. There'll be Maya, there'll be illusion, and you may feel like giving up. You may feel like this is not worth it. There's nothing, spirituality and stuff is nonsense. So, those kinds of thoughts. So, you will be tested time and again with respect to your dharma, your spiritual path. So, you have to be uh, very strong and go beyond the illusion, this Maya, this negative thinking. And then another big remedy, powerful remedy for Rahu in the ninth house, go to a temple and chant Durga mantra sitting at the temple. Okay, so literally visiting the temples will actually help dispel the Maya, this illusion caused by Rahu. So go to these temples, these powerful, vortices, and where millions of people have chanted mantras for years and years. So those are the places. Ninth house represents religious places, and Rahu is Maya illusion. You may have this thought, your mind may be playing games. Hey, there's no point, there's no use of these temples and stuff. But still, go there, spend a few minutes, sit there, absorb the energy, and chant Durga mantra silently, or just being there, sit there. That'll be a huge remedy for you with Rahu in the ninth house. Then we have Rahu in the 10th house. Be very careful in your profession. There could be lots of Maya illusion. Don't trust people blindly. Don't fall in love with projects or people at your work. Love at first sight. So that's going to be very, very risky, very dangerous. But have big ambitions, big projects like reaching the top, becoming the CEO, and still keep pushing the envelope. That is Rahu in the 10th house, gives you all the strength. This is one of the Upachaya houses. Rahu in the 10th house will give you better and better results over time. You're destined to become a CEO, the highest level positions in your career. But you may have issues with authority. So be very careful, be more diplomatic when dealing with authorities or higher ups. Uh, but be ethical. Be very honest in your job, in your profession, with your superiors, especially with government officials also. Okay, you may have traveling abroad for work is an excellent remedy for Rahu in the 10th house. You'll be more successful abroad, or dealing with foreigners, foreign work, foreign projects, all of that. Uh, if possible, you can chant Durga mantra at work. That's a powerful remedy, or with your coworkers. I mean, if you can, if they are interested, organize these groups. But for any important meeting or things like that, you can chant Durga mantra before you, go into the meeting, or send that important email. Anything. So anything related to work, if it's very important, and you want success, so chant some Durga mantras before doing that activity, that professional activity. So that's Rahu in the 10th house. Then we have Rahu in the 11th house. 11th house means income. Make sure you're very honest in how you earn your income. The money coming in has to be very pure, and sattvic, dharmic, by doing good things, by helping other people, not through cheating or anything unethical means. Secondly, you can go big on social media. Rahu here, of course, you have to look at other placements, maybe some afflictions, but in general, Rahu in the 11th house is calling your attention that you have this massive power. See, 11th house is another Upachaya house. Upachaya means the houses that give you better and better results as you grow older. Those are Upachaya houses 3, 6, 10, and 11. So here, Rahu will give you, you may have humble beginnings, but it'll give you huge success on social media. But be careful that even if you don't have huge presence or fan following on social media, but just simply posting messages and stuff, stay away from any hate speech, stay away from harsh words, stay away from these discussions that go in circles. And so otherwise, you may be in trouble. And also with your friends, be ethical, honest in your friendships. You may have, lots and lots of friends, expansion, but you got to be very honest and ethical. 11th house is our desires. So Rahu there means exaggeration, blowing up, everything 100,000 times. So keep your desires in check. Offer your desires at the feet of God, or essentially have more spiritual desires than material desires. So that's a direct remedy. Then also you can chant Durga mantra or any other remedies for deity for Durga, say on social media, or share with your friends, and share with your friends, social media, with as many people as possible. Spread the word, or do yourself as well. So those are powerful remedies for Rahu in the 11th house. Then we have Rahu in the 12th house. Rahu in the 12th house, fantastic for you to activate your subconscious mind. Really powerful for you to go and talk to your ancestors, past life regression. Go all out on energy healing, hypnotherapy, astral travel. You may have doubts. You may have doubts about your spiritual awakening. You may have doubts about your subconscious mind, or you may say, "Oh, not all of this is Maya, illusion." That astral travel, energy healing, nothing works. This is not so. So you want proof and stuff like this. So Rahu in the 12th house, you may be a maverick in this area, but understand that once you go beyond that illusion or Maya, it'll give you huge blessings. uh, you can reach the top in exploring the spiritual dimensions and the subconscious mind. But Rahu in the 12th, also be very careful with any hidden enemies, hidden things, and cheating, blind spots. Okay. But go abroad, travel abroad, or live abroad. That's Rahu in the 12th house. So you should move, to a far off distant place. But also generally, traveling long distance is a good, excellent remedy. And then chant Durga mantras and Durga Sapshati and anything related to Durga silently. That is Durga Rahu in the 12th house. Even like in your sleep, like, play some of these mantras right before you go to bed. Just keep them playing at a low volume. And so those will do miracles with your sleep with Rahu in the 12th house. So those are some of the remedies, powerful remedies for Rahu in each of the 12 houses. May we all have blessings of Rahu. Namaskar.